Hello once again, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome into the Brunswick Automart Arena for the third and final game of Shaker's run in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament, the tournament hosted by Walsh Jesuit. Shaker taking on the Menor Cardinals, which has been a rival in the making over these past couple of years. Shaker taking on Menor for what can be Shaker's clinching game for the victory of this Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial. Shaker sitting at 8 points on the tournament. It's a period-by-period point system, and so with one more point, Shaker will be able to win the tournament. But if Menor is able to have a clean sweep of points, if they are even able to get 4.5 points out of the 5 for this game, they are going to be able to take down Shaker and take the championship of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial. Shaker and Menor taking on each other after Rocky River and Walsh Jesuit just played moments ago. Walsh Jesuit is sitting at 8, but why don't they have the ability to tie Shaker? Well, it's the tiebreaker of head-to-head matchup. Shaker just beating Walsh Jesuit in their first game on the 26th. Shaker beat them 3-1, and then Shaker did beat Rocky River yesterday 4-3 with Marios Kalergis in between the pipes, but back today is going to be Michael Better against, again, this kind of rival of the Menor Cardinals. So Shaker already with 7 goals to their name on the tournament, a lot coming from that first line, but with Michael Better back in the crease, we do have 2 defensemen out, and that is a big point to discuss here today. We have Cole Richard out on defense. He is out of town. Also, Teddy McGinnis facing that injury yesterday. He should actually be back soon. We can talk more about that later on in the broadcast, but Teddy McGinnis will be out today. He cannot put weight on that leg, is what he told me before this broadcast. And then Ryan Kiltz, not a defenseman, but he is also going to be out once again today. So Max Brokaw, Isaac Lazar, maybe Eamon Fury going to get a chance on offense as well, we hope. And so Shaker looking for at least 1 point period win. If not, maybe they can tie 2 periods, but regardless, they need 1 point in the tournament standings, and they're going to win the Greg Shupe Memorial, their first tournament win in a couple of years. We'll see if they can get it done. We're going to send you down to the ice. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the play-by-play call. Let's send you down. So, as always, it's going to be a very similar look between the 2 teams in uniforms. It's going to be Shaker in their white jerseys, red pants, white socks, and then on the other side, it's going to be an all-red look, so a lot of red, and it's not even a red that can separate the 2 teams. It's that bright red of the Red Raiders and the Menor Cardinals. So basically, if you see more red on a team, it's going to be Menor. If you see less red on a team and more white, it's going to be Shaker. Shaker going to be attacking from right to left on your screen, Menor vice versa, left to right. Shaker was walking into this game knowing that they are going to be able to take away this tournament from Menor. Menor, as we said, the last team that will be able to get their shot at the tournament other than Shaker. Again, it's only a 4-team tournament. Walsh Jesuit, Rocky River taking the game right before this one. The puck drop at 10-10. It was actually Rocky River having a lead entering into that third period. They were up 2-1, but they ended up losing the game 4-2 after a 3-goal period from Walsh Jesuit. Took down Rocky River. Rocky River actually not winning a single game in this tournament. Shaker having some different luck. They've already won 2. They're looking for 3 as the puck is dropped, and Shaker has it back. Right now on defense, actually starting us off is going to be Cam Mayhew and Braden White, a pairing we've been seeing a lot more of late. Lenahan, Mayhew, and Moore, the forwards. And here a bad turnover from Lenahan, but he's going to be able to get it back. Cam Mayhew trying to clear it, but here creates an opportunity where Lenahan will poke it away back in the slot. Now he's going to try and skate it out, and indeed he will, creating a good rush with Connor Mayhew to his left. Lenahan splitting a couple of the Menor Cardinals and trying to take a rip at it. But again, a good stick lift doesn't really allow the shot to get off. Menor clears this one down. Dylan Ursepke and Andy Benincasa, the pairing on defense. Dylan Ursepke expected to get some more minutes today with the absence of McGinnis and Richard. Again, Richard out of town, Ryan Kiltz out of town, and McGinnis facing that injury from yesterday's game. Here's a blast, and Michael Better with the save. Rebound is given up. They were looking for the wraparound chance, but they weren't able to get it, so they ripped the shot. Right now, the first line forward still out there for the moment. Lenahan, Moore, Mayhew, waiting for the opportunity to move it up the ice. And now Connor Mayhew picks it up, and they will not clear it out of the zone. And finally, they're able to clear it away. Shaker struggling early in this season to just get the mentality to clear the puck out of their zone, and this time it will go right out of the blue line. One Cardinal just barely trying to keep it in, but unfortunately for him, not going to be the case. So Menor, again, a team that played Shaker a lot over the past couple of years, and it was Shaker actually coming out on top in the first game this year, as Shaker won in the third place game of the Thornton Park tournament. Shaker was able to win it 4-3. Even though they were down earlier in the game, they mounted a comeback against Menor. Shaker has had, as much as they have been rivals over the past couple of years, they have actually had a lot of success, even with Menor being as good of a team as they are. Menor and Shaker, two of the more competitive public schools in the state of Ohio. Again, a lot of the top-ranked teams typically tend to be private, except for teams like Olentangy Liberty, who Shaker tied just about a week ago. Here's Lowell Rich skating it out of his zone. He'll take it to the near side. He's the only man on the rush, and now he's taken down. He's hit up high. Referee's not going to call it. Lowell Rich down to the near side ice. He's slow to get up as he picks back up his stick, and he's going to slowly skate back to the bench. And yeah, he's leaning down, seems to be in a little bit of pain, but hopefully he'll be back out there at 100%. Here comes Lenahan to the near side. Back up with his first line forwards. At least it's expected to be out there as Isaac Lazar and Aiden Salmon take the ice. Here come Moore and Mayhew to join Lenahan. 12-14 left to go in this first period. Again, Shaker just needs a point in this game, and they win the tournament. So that means either tying 2 periods, it means winning 1 period. If they pop 1 goal in this period, Menor scores 0, boom. The Memorial Tournament is theirs. But right now, Menor on the attack. Good poke by Ersepke. And he's trying to clear it out to the point, but instead it creates a shot at the point. Rebound was given up. It's still loose. It'll go wide. Menor has control of the puck behind the net. And right now, they still keep with it. Get it out to the point this time for Will Norris, who tries to rip a shot. Doesn't exactly work. Lenahan takes it back. The captain gets it up to his co-captain on the first line, and to Joey Moore. This is going to be a delayed offsides. Lenahan doesn't touch up. 11.5 left to go in this first period. Menor holding on. They're not able to move it forward just yet. Cam Mayhew tries to clear it out to Lenahan, who tried to deke around a man, but instead, close to a tripping that time, but Benincasa going to get a free pass as the man taken down to the ice was Jake Mackey. This one wrapped around. Menor still in control, and right now it seems like they've got all the momentum. Shaker playing a bit more defensive. 11-11, make a wish. Left to go in this first period of play as we continue forward. Menor moves it right back in, but that's going to be an offsides on the Menor Cardinals. Face-off will be up against the Shaker Heights blue line. And second line of offense makes their way out. They haven't had a whole lot of success of late, with Colin Arth at the center spot getting set to take this face-off against Dominic Trem, the man wearing the C for the Cardinals. He's got Juan and Schneider over to his wings. Arth tried to bank a pass off the boards to himself. Instead, Menor is able to pick it up, clear it down, and it's going to be an icing on the Cardinals. Face-off will go all the way back over to Ryan Wilkinson, the senior goaltender for Menor here today. 4-0 the face-off totals for Menor in their advantage. The shots on goal right now, they're up 2-0 as well. We'll see if they're able to keep Shaker limited early in this game. Here, Braden White keeping it inside of the point, trying to work it over to Juan. Juan bumped away from the play. Menor takes it back, clears it out. Shaker's defense works back. And here, a shot from about the blue line. Snagged up by Michael Better. He's able to make the save with 10.5 remaining in the first period. Face off to the far side, face off dot. 0-0 the current score between the Red Raiders and the Menor Cardinals. Shaker trying to hang on to what should be a tournament victory here today. Here comes Axel Schneider on the rush to the far side. He'll rip the shot. It was looking 5-hole on Ryan Wilkinson. Benincasa keeps it in, takes another shot between the legs, but this time Ryan Wilkinson once again able to make the save. And so we'll see who comes out. It'll be the third line forwards. Max Brokaw getting his chance on the far side wing. Salmon at the near side wing. Lowell Rich, even though he took that hard hit earlier, he's back out there taking this draw. Ersepke and Benincasa, the defensive pairing for the moment. Here Max Brokaw with the puck on his stick, wraps it around. Face-off won by Lowell Rich, the first one for Shaker so far. And right now he's battling for the puck possession along that far side corner boards. He's also trying to lay the hit. Back behind the net, Max Brokaw a little bit held up. He's trying to get the stick back to the puck underneath, and he's able to. Aiden Salmon trying to move around a defenseman, unable to do so as it's poked back out to the neutral zone. Ersepke up to Salmon, good pass. And Salmon not able to pick it up cleanly behind the net. Lowell Rich takes a tumble behind the net. Taking a beating early on in this game. Hopefully he'll be all right, but once again, a little bit slower. He's making his way to the bench. Here the puck's still loose right between the legs of Michael Benner, and it's poked away. And this time there's going to be a penalty assessed to the Menor Cardinals. Cam Mayhew, the man that got the hit, taken into the boards. It's going to be, I believe that is number 20. Yes, it's going to be Memphis Friel. Serving time in the box for 2 minutes, or excuse me, no, number 29. It's going to be Joe Mackey, which is a hard forward to lose at this point in time. So now Shaker on their first power play of the day. Yesterday, they went 2 for 5 on the power play. The last time they played Menor, however, Shaker went 50%, going 2 for 4. Hopefully they can keep that kind of success moving forward. Without Cole Richard, they're actually sending out Sebi Juan to join the first power play unit of 5. Here, a good blocker save by Wilkinson. Moore's going to pick it up before the puck clears itself. Here, a pass into the slot. Lenahan with a shot. Pad save. It's still loose out in front. Ryan Wilkinson comes in and dives on the puck. He'll make the save with 1:28 to go in the power play. 8:45 to go in the first period. A goal here can really help Shaker to try and solidify the championship, or I suppose the champion title of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial. There's no championship game, really. It's just a round-robin kind of tournament. Again, with only 4 teams, you can't really have a bracket style. Here Lenahan moving it in. Works it back over to Mayhew. Mayhew back Lenahan. Lenahan trying to center it over himself. Now he'll go across the slot. He's looking at Andy Benincasa. Can't find the puck between his skates. Moore clears it back to the blue, along the blue line to Connor Mayhew. He wasn't able to rip the shot as it clears away. Benincasa back with it. He's working against the other number 14, Dominic Trem, but Trem's going to win the battle to the puck. He's going to clear it off the glass and down the ice. Luckily, it slowed down a little bit, but Michael Better going to slow it down a little bit more as Connor Mayhew works his way to the puck. Right now, Axel Schneider and Cam Mayhew, the new 2 guys playing it back. Connor Mayhew moving in, trying to deke around 2 different Menor Cardinal defensemen. Not going to work out. Shaker still with 20 seconds on the man advantage. Connor Mayhew hanging on to the puck. He'll wrap this one around for Lenahan to skate over and pick up in the near side corner. Lenahan not going to pass it away. Instead, he'll try to go for the move across the slot. He was looking at Axel Schneider or Connor Mayhew, but instead Menor takes it, clears it on net, all the way down to Michael Better. Only 2 seconds left to go. And now we're back to even strength. Lenahan moving his way in. Turnover over to Menor as it's going to be Norris skating it out and dumping this one into the Menor attacking zone. That shot basically whiffed upon as Mayhew clears this one all the way down. Should go as an icing on the Red Raiders. And indeed, we're going to get the whistle as faceoff goes back to Michael Better's own zone. So Shaker starting the day off 0 for 1 on the power play. Again, last time they faced Menor, they weren't half bad on the power play. We're going 2 for 4. No one's really ever going to complain about a 2 for 4 performance. Lowell Rich to take this face off to the near side. Dodd, he's going to try and win this over to Dylan Ursepke, who leaves it to Benincasa. Benincasa tries to get it over to Axel Schneider. It's picked up along the blue line, and it looks like it just didn't clear the zone. Here the pass, looking up to Lowell Rich, out of his reach. To the near side boards. Who's going to pick this up? Looks like Arth battling for the puck. Working with Rich to get it back, but nothing doing. Shaker needs to touch up along their own blue line. Or along the attacking blue line, excuse me. Axel Schneider getting this one back. He was looking across the blue line to Benincasa. Instead, it's poked out. Almost created a great breakaway opportunity, maybe an odd man rush to the advantage of Menor, but instead Benincasa won the race back, and now he's just trying to set something up in the attacking zone. But it looks like Menor holds it up against those far side boards. 3 Cardinals against 2 Raiders, and the Cardinals going to win it for themselves. Taking it to the near side. Right now, a good poke that time. Gets it away from the possession of number 25, Scherstuick. Here trying to keep it inside the blue line was Lenahan, fresh off the bench. He is going to get it back between the blue lines and dump this one in to the offensive zone. There, a turnover back to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew to Moore. Moore trying to center it forward right in front of the crease to Lenahan. He's not able to pick it up. As into the near side corner, Menor takes it back, tries to clear it. Just can't get past Cam Mayhew as he sends it back around. 5:16 left to go in this first period of play. Coach just yelled to the team that this Shaker squad needs to get more pucks to the net. Right now, they're not shooting it a whole lot. Instead, they're going for the passes to try and move swiftly around Ryan Wilkinson, but the coach is just saying, throw something on net. Here, Isaac Lazar doing exactly that. Noah was out wide. That's what we need to see. Just a couple more pucks to the net. Good look from Lazar. Lazar out there right now with Rich and Salmon. On defense, it's still White and Mayhew. Without Richard in to pair with Benincasa, it looks like head coach Matt Bartley going to mainly use this second line of defense in Cam Mayhew and Braden White acting as their first line. Here, Salmon tries to clear it away, but right now Dominic Trem, one of the best players for the Menor Cardinals, is trying to lay the puck on net. Instead, it went wide. Shaker able to clear it. Great effort that time from Isaac Lazar, the freshman, trying to get it up to Aiden Salmon just out of his reach as he was trying to win the race. Now skating it forward is Andre. Taking the shot. Blocked, picked up by Arth. Arth almost bumped off the play, but he's able to keep his skates moving forward, and right now it's a turnover. No, he's still with it. Along the near side boards, he's got an opportunity to center it and take the rip at it. Here's Isaac Lazar. Puck still loose out in the crease, and no one able to bury it past the pads of Wilkinson, and now here creates a rush the other way. So one-on-one. Good defensive effort by Benincasa getting it back. Arth tried to bank it off the glass to himself. Instead, it goes up and into the netting with 4:05 to go in the first. Face-off will be back in Shaker's own zone. Good game so far, just no one able to find the back of the net just yet. We'll see if anyone able to in the final 4 minutes of the period, because again, if Shaker just scores one in this first period and wins the period alone, then they are going to win the tournament. Here skating it to the near side was Benincasa. It's batted down. Juan with speed. Turning on the Jets, centering it over to Schneider, and unfortunately a stick in the lane going to end the threat. Great defensive effort that time by number 45, Friel. Matthew Friel, one of the better defensemen on this Menor squad. This shot went wide from Benincasa. Benincasa tries to get it back from the backboards, but Ryan Wilkinson going to cover it up with the leather with 3:35 to go in the first. Right now, 0-0, still the current score. And out comes the first line of forwards and really the first line of defense. As again, it's going to be White and Cam Mayhew back out. as it's wrapped around the boards. At that time, it was Mackey trying to clear it. There, a good pass from Lenahan to Mayhew. Mayhew tries to take the shot at the 5-hole, but instead Wilkinson covers up once again in the butterfly position, dropping down to his crease, making the save with 3:23 to go in the first. Lenahan back to that far side face-off dot, trying to win it back to his defenseman Cam Mayhew or Braden White. Instead, this one flipped up over the head of Mayhew. Almost created a great opportunity. That shot went wide, however. And men are back on the attack. Here, Braden White trying to lay the boom on that far side backboards. This one cleared down the ice. It looks like it, I thought it went off the skate of number 49, Olschaffer, but instead it's just sent down the ice for the icing. 3 minutes to go in the first frame. Shaker just a goal away to really winning this Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. There, face-off, one over to Connor Mayhew, skating it forward to the near side. He's continuing to move it forward. He rips the shot to the left side. Benincasa going to pick it up at the point. He'll wrap it back around. Shaker, you can see they're going on the attack, and they are going to heavily try and maintain puck possession as they set it up. Ursepke leaves it back to Mayhew. Mayhew shot tipped, and it'll go right to a stick of a Cardinal as they clear it. Cross-ice feed that time to Valence. And Valence now works around a couple of guys, takes the shot, and a good glove save that time by Michael Better. Once again, with 2:28 to go in the first period. First line of forwards going to make their way off the ice instead. We're going to get the third line, actually, or I guess a mix, kind of. Bartley not messing with that first line of forwards, but he's kind of been mixing things up a little bit over these past couple of games. Here, a shot from the slot. Beauty of a glove save. That time, the shot coming from A.J. Trobenner, one of really the best players in the state. But that time, absolute robbery for Michael Better, keeping this one a scoreless affair. 2:21 to go in this first period. First line of forwards back out there. Not a long break for the first line, but more Mayhew, Lenahan back out. Here, Menor trying to keep possession in that far side corner. Right now, with 2 Cardinals up against 1 Raider. Menor did get it out, but an immediate turnover. And here the pass up to Mayhew. Mayhew with a burst of speed, trying to take the rip at it, and it went wide. Wilkinson might have gotten a piece of that one. And now Menor able to clear it out. Here, a 2-on-2 rush brewing. Trying to work around Braden White was Schurstik. And now here, it's back with Connor Mayhew, over with Moore. It's a 3-on-2 rush. They drop it off to Lenahan. Lenahan back to Moore. Tic-tac-toe, but the toe doesn't work as it goes wide and across the slot. Here, gaining a burst of speed is A.J. Trobenner, trying to rip the shot. Great defensive work by Cam Mayhew. Just poking it away from the slot. And now there, a pass right to the stick of Connor Mayhew. Now it's free in the slot. Good work by Michael Better to poke it away from danger. And now pass almost out of reach of Connor Mayhew. He gets it back, though, but at the blue line, he runs into 2 Cardinals, and it's back in their possession. Now here comes A.J. Trobenner once more. Ursepke up against Trobenner. He'll lose the battle. Trobenner gets it back and taunts the Red Raider bench as he makes his way to the fist bump line. Trobenner against Ursepke. It's going to be Trobenner who won it, took it 5-hole into the back of the net against Michael Better. So right now, looks like Menor might come away with the first period. And now Menor moving it forward up the near side boards. That shot from Norris blocked by a leg right in his way. Here's another blast from the point that will also go wide. Here's Benincasa trying to take over the puck possession this time against Mackey. But it's wrapped back around the other way. Ursepke picks it up, tries to poke it out of the zone. Here's a blast from the far side boards. Benincasa taking it back, tries to work it up to Salmon. It's just out of his reach. Back Benincasa. Benincasa going to try and take matters into his own hands. He dekes around one man, tries to center it over to Salmon, and he can't connect. Rich also bumped off the play as Menor takes it back. And down the ice, Orsepke picks it right back up to Sebi Juan. Passes it up off the stick of the captain Benincasa. Back Orsepke in the neutral zone. A lot of back and forth in the name of possession right now as Orsepke dumps it right back where it came from. They're hopping off for changes. Not sure why this late as this one's held up along the corner boards. Rich not even going to fight for it as Shaker loses this first period 1-0 as the goal came from AJ Trobenner with exactly 60 seconds remaining in the first frame. So if Menor is able to do that for the next couple of periods, they are going to actually take away the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. The odds would not be with them, but you never know. Menor coming in with a different kind of mentality of we got to win each period. We have to win the game. And we'll see if they're going to be able to do something with it. Right now, head coach Matt Bartley talking to the referees, not exactly sure what. You can see it in the top left corner of your screen. And yeah, you can see him waving his arms, wondering what the ordeal is. Not exactly sure what the specific matter is of conversation, but regardless, he'll walk off frustrated to his locker room as he's got some things to say to the referees, but hopefully he's got a couple of things to say to his players. I assume it's AJ Trobenner's celebration right to the Red Raider bench that kind of caused the frustration from head coach Matt Bartley. Assuming, because especially the referees were mad at Cole Richard for taunting Rocky River yesterday. So we'll see. But Shaker, the main thing to keep in mind, they just got to win a point in this tournament. But this time, in the first period, they're going to lose the first point up for grabs, as now it is 1-0 Menor as we enter into the first intermission. Thank you very much for tuning in. Still 30 minutes of ice hockey left to go here at the Brunswick Automart Arena. Shaker losing this one 1-0 to the Menor Cardinals. Shaker Heights back out to the ice. They're in a good game against the Menor Cardinals. 15 minutes back up onto the scoreboard, symbolizing the start of period number 2. Let's hit you with the stats, however, of that first period. Right now, Shaker losing about all the stats that there are. Right now, in shots attempted, they're down by 10, 22-12. And shots on goal a lot closer, though. Shaker being a lot more accurate. They're hitting on 66% of their shots right now that end up on net. For Menor, they're not able to get even half of their shot attempts on net. Right now, for them, they only have 10 out of 22 of their shots attempted going on goal. But here's the thing. In faceoffs, Menor is more than doubling them up. It's 13-5 in the advantage of the Cardinals. And right now, because of all these statistic wins, they are winning the game. They are winning it 1-0. Goal coming from A.J. Trobenner, one of the better players in the entire state, honestly. He's definitely the best you want to say on the Menor Cardinals. Close second can be Dominic Trem, who's wearing number 14 today for Menor, as they're both getting set to make their way out for the first line. Shaker only needing to win a point here in this game to win the Walsh Gregg Shupe Memorial Tournament. But right now, Menor winning this face-off back, and they're going to try and pick up from where they left off. And right now, Cam Mayhew taking a man down to the ice and getting the puck back in Red Raider possession. First line forwards back out. And again, that defensive pairing that we're seeing a lot today is Cam Mayhew and Braden White. But here begins the rush for the Red Raiders. Connor Mayhew takes the rip at it. Ryan Wilkinson with the glove save. 14:38 left to go in this second period. Shaker down 1-0. And again, even if they are just able to tie up the game in this period and win this second period, boom, the tournament is theirs. Right now, Joey Moore trying to take back puck possession in the far side corner, trying to free it up to Connor Mayhew, who's trying to move to the near side boards. And right now, puck picked up this time by Andre, who tries to wrap it around, but Lenahan right there centers it to basically nobody. And it'll go to Ryan Wilkinson, who picks it up and covers up. 14:15 to go in the second. Shaker down 1. Second line of offense, and on defense, it's Dylan Ursepke and Andy Benincasa. You can assume Ursepke a little frustrated with himself. He was a one-on-one. A.J. Trobenner just beat him out and was able to took it 5-hole on Michael Better, and because of that, Menor was able to take the lead. But again, it's really not as much Ursepke's fault as it is just the situation he was put in. The one-on-one, always a difficult situation, especially when you're going up against one of the better players in the state. This should have been a delayed offsides. It's not, but regardless, Shaker going to clear it anyway. Arth has it in the far side corner, gets it over to Schneider. Schneider back Arth. Arth decides not to center it over to Juan, who's working his way into the slot. Instead, the battle for puck possession won by the Cardinals. It'll clear it away to Ursepke, who hangs on along the blue line. Now he's tripped up, no call. The shot on Michael Better, looking for the wraparound, and they score it in. And Menor takes the 2-goal lead. A wraparound shot, and once again, it's Ursepke. The defensive turnover, he decided not to free out the puck to the near side where Andy Benincasa was wide open for the pass. Instead, the puck turned over, the wraparound behind the net of Michael Better, and already Menor, it's not 1-1. The scoreboard says it's 1-1. That's definitely not accurate. It's 2-0 with the Cardinals leading. Valance, the goal scorer for the Menor Cardinals, wearing number 17. And eventually that scoreboard should be updated to 2-0, but right now it doesn't show it. Lowell Rich over to the near side, loses the puck. It's out to a 2-0, but good back check by Aiden Salmon. Or excuse me, it was a 2-on-2, excuse me. Here's another shot. Michael Better using the pad, frees it up to Salmon. Salmon pokes it away. Back to the point, it's with the Cardinals. This shot tipped goes wide. No wraparound available this time. We get it out free to the point. This shot went wide. the stick of Lowell Rich. Can they clear it away? Not yet, but Lowell Rich now takes the chance. But back into the Red Raiders zone it goes. Now out all the way. It seems like it'll go to the Menor zone. And here's what Shaker needs to be doing. They need to just try and clear it out. And they will. Shaker just not with that mentality of late. And here begins a rush for Shupe. Benincasa holding up a man along the boards. Max Brokaw takes the chance to try and clear. It'll tip off of a Menor Cardinal. The shot broken up by Rich. His pass, that's definitely offsides. And the Menor Cardinal coaches complaining, but that was definitely offsides every day of the week. Yeah, not sure what they're complaining over because that was 100% over the blue. Oh, well. Here, first line forwards, back out. Mayhew, Moore, Lenahan, quiet so far. Nobody's pucking the net picks have hit just yet. But right now it's an opportunity for Lenahan to try and center it over to Mayhew. Lenahan won on the puck in the net picks. It was by Charlotte Juan, one of the student managers. This one iced down the length of the rink over to Michael Better's side. He'll get a couple moments of company, but now face off all the way back down to the Cardinal zone. Shaker down now 2-0. In a game they cannot afford to have a bad performance in. Here, Mayhew wraps it back around. Picked up by the Cardinals, and it looks like they're going to clear it away. Right now, the defensive pairing, Hannah and Benincasa, or Sepke taking a moment off after the defensive lapse. And out of the near side, Menor hanging on, and they'll begin the rush. But Benincasa holding it to the far side boards. 11 minutes to go in the second period of play. Lenahan picks this one up. He's got a man open cross ice and Connor Mayhew, but instead Lenahan going to skate it blue line to blue line. Held up now. He tried to get it back over to Mayhew, but ooh, good work that time by Benincasa, who keeps it in along the blue line. Menor going to try to clear it away. Indeed, but Hannah keeps it in, tries to take a shot. It's tipped into the slot. It's Moore trying to take the shot at it. Mayhew now to the near side corner. Good opportunity. Hannah can't keep it in at the blue line. He skates back to it. And now Benincasa with an opportunity. Almost kicked it in past Michael Better. Here's the shot. Rebound was given up. Shaker picks it up, and now back on the rush. It's Connor Mayhew looking to take matters into his own hands, but instead it's poked away. Tries to get it back. Good work by Mayhew. Looking for the shot. He'll take it. And instead it looks like the whistle was blown. It's going to be too many men on the ice, it seems, for Shaker. Head coach Matt Bartley throwing his head up in frustration. And they're going to put Braden White in the box for 2. Or not. They're going to throw Axel Schneider in, which actually can very much be helpful because losing Braden White in a time like this would be incredibly difficult. On defense, it's going to be White and Benincasa, the two forwards, Juan and Arth. Schneider serving the time in the box. Menor Cardinal coaches still complaining. I don't know what for. A.J. Trobenner continues to play it at the near side boards. Pass into the center. Shot scored. The shot coming from Nathan Andre. The alternate captain popping one in, and Shaker down by 3 now. Right now, face-off totals to the advantage of men are 7-0. Shots on goal, 4-1 in the period. Shaker just playing slower. And they cannot afford now to give up any more mistakes. Unless they do tie this period up at 2-0, they're going to have to win the third period. And I mean win the third period. Here's Connor Mayhew. It's tipped up. Menor picks it back. Taking it over to Lenahan. Lenahan skating it right in front of the crease. Try to pass it up to Moore. Instead, Menor gets it right back. Again, passes not connecting either. This one wrapped around the boards. It's going to go this time to Valance, though Shaker clears it away. Menor picking it right back, dumping it right back into the Shaker zone. Menor up 3-0. Comeback always possible. Moore slaps this down to the ice, and right now Shaker needs to play with some more energy because right now not able to move it up past the center ice red line. It's wrapped around just past the stick of Connor Mayhew. This shot from the point goes wide. This shot also goes wide and past Connor Mayhew. No real sense of urgency right now out of Shaker. They're not playing quick or like they have a play to make. Here, Braden White in the neutral zone, skating this one forward to the near side. Took a shot. It was tipped by a Menor stick. They try to clear it away. Lenahan keeps it in at the possession of Isaac Lazar. Shot blocked, goes back to Menor. They clear the zone. Good poke out from Benincasa there. Nifty move to keep possession with Benincasa as he slapped this one out of the air. Here along the near side boards, 2 Raiders, now 3 Raiders against 2 Cardinals. The Cardinals almost able to get it back and clearing the zone. Here Isaac Lazar with a chance on the shot, tipped wide. Rich going to be the first man there, poked away from him. 8 minutes to go in the second period. This, Salmon at the blue line, nifty moves, whiffs on the shot though. Kicks it right back to his stick. Lowell Rich on the chance, still loose in the crease, cleared out to the blue line. White took the shot. Wilkinson on the save. Face off to the far side, face off dot. It's going to be Arth to take it. Trying to get the first face-off win of the period, and he's going to get it. It moves it to 8-1. Here, rebound chance for Axel Schneider on the rip from Andy Benincasa. Elliot Hanna keeping it inside at the blue line, but now instead it'll be picked up, and Menor has an odd man rush opportunity. The shot tipped, and the rebound chance given up and sent into the back of the net. Menor takes the lead up to 4. And this is not a second period to remember. My goodness. Menor now with absolute confidence and all the momentum in the world to take away this Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament from the Red Raiders. Connor Mayhew up the far side, takes the shot. Wilkinson on the save. Pass over to Lenahan in the backhand. Once again saved by Wilkinson. Menor on a different level right now. Holy cow. Poor showing from the Red Raiders as we are now just past the halfway point of the game. And right now, this is just showing you what the loss of defensive players can do to a team. Here Moore creates the turnover in between the blue lines, gives it over to Mayhew. Menor takes it back. Dominic Trem working around Braden White, makes the deke move, took the shot. Mayhew able to get it off the save by Michael Better. Mayhew skating it up quickly, moving around one man. Why not a second? Trying to move around one last guy, but it's poked out to the far side boards. 6:50 left to go in the second period. Menor to the near side. Braden White trying to keep it in, unable to do just that. Shaker, though it's looking unlikely that they're going to win the game, they're now maybe looking to the third period in which they would win the tournament if they won the period. But right now, Menor just playing a different game, and here it's Matthew Friel taking the shot. It was sent all the way up and into the netting. 6:22 left to go in this second period. 4-0 Menor leading. Right now on offense, they're sending out Isaac Lazar with Eamon Fury and Ian Schneiberg, 2 seniors and a freshman, make the forward pairing right now. On defense, it's Elliot Hanna and Andy Benincasa. Here, Eamon Fury sending this one up, trying to win the race back to the puck up against Andre, but Andre able to get it back. Here, a good shift out of what seems to be a type of fourth line would really give the Red Raiders the burst of momentum. There, a shot from Lazar. Good save from Wilkinson, and they're back on the rush the other way. There, good play by Andy Benincasa, trying to get the stick back in his possession. Over to Lazar. Lazar's pass intercepted. Menor sends it right back into Michael Better's defensive side of the ice. There, Hanna thrown off the play. Menor takes it. And for some reason, Shaker's still in possession. Not sure why. Because Menor definitely made the pass happen as this one's sent down the ice. Menor will touch up. Shaker has the opportunity on the power play. Though they are losing the period 3-0, a goal wouldn't hurt at this point. This time heading to the box is Shupe. This one sent down the ice. Better leaves it to Benincasa. Benincasa waits, gets the setup, and now skates it out. Up to Lenahan to the near side boards, trying to deke around a couple of guys, but instead it'll land to the stick of Benincasa, who takes the shot. It'll go wide. Juan, the first man there to pick it up. Again, a different look on the power play 5. This one tipped up and into the netting, out of play. 4:54 to go in the second period. .91 seconds left to go on Shupe's penalty. Benincasa to the opposite point of the blue line. Back to Benincasa, who's now at the center of the blue line. Over to Lenahan. Lenahan looking for the shot. It closed up. Still ripped the shot. But the accuracy not enough. As here, Menor tries to clear it away. It'll hit off of the skate of Mayhew. Mayhew around one man, centered it over. Here it's Lenahan taking the shot. Instead, it's tipped back out to the blue line. Benincasa sends it up into the slot. Menor able to clear it? No. Yes, they are. Benincasa with a last-second effort to try and keep it within the zone. Instead, this pass goes the length of the ice. Menor is going to be the first squad there. Benincasa, Mayhew. Mayhew skating it forward. Now with Lenahan trying to deke around a man. It's turned over. And now here, good work by Benincasa to get the puck back. My goodness. Here Lenahan moves around one guy, skates it forward. Still with the puck on his stick. He's leaving it to Moore. It's poked away from him and right to the stick of Dominic Trem. Fresh off the bench. Breakaway chance. Good save by Michael Better. Pass past Moore. It'll go wide. And back to Cam Mayhew behind the net. Waits for the play to set up, though there's only 2 seconds left to go until we're back to even strength. Here's Arth to the near side, trying to create something. But now he's up against 3 Cardinals who are able to take away the puck. Getting it up to Valance. He's already got 1 goal, looking for 2. The save made, rebound was given up. Hit the side of the net. Better needs to get back in position. And the shot tipped up and into the air. Caught by a Cardinal who slaps it back onto his stick. And now Friel holds it at the point. Friel back to Valance. Valance back Friel. Friel cross ice. To the far side, passing the slot. They're looking for Trem. Not able to pick it up. Another cross the slot pass. Axel Schneider trying to poke it away. Can't get it. And here a shot. Blocker saved by Better as it goes up and into the netting. Well, Shaker may not win this second period, which means they've got 1 more period to seal the deal on the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. They just got to win a period. We've been saying this since the beginning. They may be down 4-0, but they're still able to get the job done in this period-by-period tournament layout. Here it goes to Brokaw. Brokaw over just past the stick of Salmon. Again, passes not connecting. Not a lot connecting for the Shaker squad right now as they go behind the net of Better to the defenseman, Braden White. This one hit an odd piece of the boards. It's flipped up. Just kept in at the blue line. Shaker's still struggling to clear it away. Benincasa holding, sends it back to White. White with it, skates it up to the far side boards, try to bank it off to Aiden Salmon. And it's wrapped back around. Benincasa with a chance to clear it. He'll hold it up along the near side boards till he gets some help. Now tries to clear it. Menor keeps it, wraps it back. Centering feed, Lowell Rich right there to pick it up. All he's got to do is clear it. It'll hit off the skate of Salmon, but Brokaw there to get the job done. In the neutral zone, men are going to try to send it back. White to Rich. Rich to Brokaw. It's a one-on-one. Trying to move around him. Able to get the edge just barely, but then a secondary effort able to poke it away. Behind the net, Salmon not able to keep it with him. This one banks off the glass. Lincoln Goldstein getting his first shift as this one soars up and into the Red Raider bench. Goldstein, the freshman, getting his first couple of minutes on the ice. He's out with Dylan Ersepke, now creating a different look of a third line of defense. Schneiberg, Lazar, Fury, creating, again, kind of a fourth line of forwards. Right now, Bartley giving them the time, knowing that for the third period, he's going to need to give it his all as a coach. And he knows that his players need to go out there and perform in the third period. Still not out of reach. Again, it's just a period. That's how they're going to need to go into the third period thinking. Here, puck loose out in the crease. Looks like Better covered it up with 62 seconds remaining in this second period. The result may not look pretty, but it doesn't matter right now. Face off, one back to Friel. He took the shot, it went wide to the left side. Men are back with it, pass across the slot, and it'll clear the zone. Back out to Matt Friel. Off the far side boards. Eamon Fury trying to lay a hit down in the neutral zone. Instead, it'll be flipped right back over to Michael Better, who's been under fire today. And Ersepke trying to get it over to Goldstein. Goldstein trying to poke it away, and Menor's actually going to do it themselves. 30 seconds remain in the second. This pass goes cross ice. Arth trying to get there. Here, a kick from Ian Schneiberg, trying to get the puck back to his stick, unable to do anything about it. Here's a pass. Up, looking for the attack. And now here it'll go to Ersepke. Ersepke leaves it to Arth. One final opportunity, and here a clear cross check. The referee doesn't rule it. One more moment on the shot that the shot tipped, and it'll go off target and blocked. Well, that's not a second period to remember. Shaker down 4-0, but again, hope is not lost. One period of a win is going to lead to the victory, the title of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe champion. Really, whoever wins this third period is going to win the tournament. That's how it goes, and we'll see. Shaker down by 4. As we go into the second intermission, Shaker just needs to keep their mentality going, understanding that this is a whole new game. You just got to think of it as a new 15-minute game, and whoever wins comes away with the tournament. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Shaker down 4-0, but again, it's all down to the third period. That's what's going to matter, and we'll be back with the play-by-play of the third shortly after this second intermission. And we're back to it here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. My goodness, has it not been a pretty performance for Shaker? But again, to win the tournament, they got to win a period. And right now, we're just hoping they understand that. So he brings out the first line of offense, first pairing of defense in Braden White and Cam Mayhew. But Menor already with the lead 4-0. But right now, Shaker just needs to treat it as a new game. And it looks like they call a hand pass early on along the attacking blue line. 14:48 left to go in the game. Shaker down 4, but again, really, maybe we should just tell you the score of the period. It's 0-0 right now in this third period. But yeah, the stats not favoring Shaker whatsoever, especially in face-offs. Men are going to win this one once again. But over those first 2 periods, they're winning the face-offs 26-10. Shots on goal, they're winning 23-15. Attempted, they're winning 40-26. And on the power play, Shaker has gone 0 for 2, while Menor has gone 1 for 1. Here, Connor Mayhew drops it off to Lenahan. Lenahan takes the shot, saved by Ryan Wilkinson. Shaker can't tie this period either. They need to win it to win the tournament. Here, on defense, it's Ursepke who gives it over to Benincasa. That's your current pairing on defense. First line of forwards out for the moment. This one dumped in on the Red Raider defensive zone glass as Mackey is up against the captain, Benincasa. Benincasa throws him away. And this wraparound just past Connor Mayhew. And icing is waved off. So Shaker going to get a new set of 3 forwards out. And right now they are actually playing with a decent amount more urgency. But here creates a 2-on-1 to the advantage of the Cardinals. Pass just out of reach as it went across the slot. Benincasa clears down the ice. This should be an icing on the Red Raiders, but again, that's the mentality they need to have. They need to take these clearing opportunities. (0-0) the current score for the third period. 4-0 men are leading in the entirety of this game. But again, it's really the period that matters. No matter the result, if Shaker wins the period, they're winning the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial. This goes wide to the right side of the net. Menor back with it. They're going to try and set up on the attack. Here's the shot, goes wide to the right. It'll be picked back up in another wraparound by Olschaffer and cleared the zone. Icing obviously waved off. Third line forwards come out now, and it's going to be Brokaw, Salmon, and Rich on defense. It's Benincasa. We only have 4 Raiders out. Eventually, another defenseman going to come out in Elliot Hanna. My goodness. 12:45 to go in this third period. 0-0 the score on the third period. Brokaw trying to clear it away, not able to do so. A.J. Trobenner out in the far side corner. He got the scoring started in that first period. Lowell Rich trying to take the puck back. Eventually, Aiden Salmon able to poke it away. If not, it would have been a very wide open shooting lane. Brokaw able to poke it out from the blue line. 12:20 to go in the third period. Rich pressuring the Cardinals back in their own zone. This pass up to Dominic Trem. Trem wearing the captain's C. The shot blocked by the other captain wearing 14, and Andy Benincasa. Here, Menor maintaining possession. Pass up to the blue line. The shot, rebound given up, but Better gets it right back. Covers up. First line back out on offense. Shaker tied in the third period. That's mainly what we're going to tell you about, is the score on the third period, considering that's all Shaker's going to need. Doesn't matter that they're down by 4 in the game. 12 minutes to go. We're hoping by the end of those 12 minutes that Shaker can take away the 1/3 period point. Here's the shot. Went over the crossbar. Who's going to pick it up first? It looks like Joey Moore's going to get there first. Thought I got a piece of his glove, actually. It didn't go wide up over the crossbar, says our cameraman. Here, Lenahan and Moore unable to keep the puck moving forward. Cam Mayhew is going to pick it up, give it over to his co-defenseman White. White up the ice, was looking for more. It's out of his reach and just wide of the net, so it's going to be an icing on Shaker. Matt Bartley sends back out the second units. Even if the period is tied by the final minutes, Matt Bartley might just pull the goalie to try and get that extra point, because why not at that point? But we'll see. Schneider tried to clear it. Here's a secondary shot attempt. Better on the save with the left-hand glove. Right now, men are winning the shots on goal for the third, 4-1. 11:07 going to go in the third period. Menor back with another shot. It went wide. Or I believe it was tipped up and into the air. Shaker really unable to settle down the puck and get it out, but eventually they are, with Axel Schneider helping out. And back behind the net of Better. Benincasa hangs on. He's going to poke it away, and he'll create a 3-on-2 rush to the advantage of Shaker. Benincasa's shot tipped up and into the glass, but Arth takes it back. Arth wraps it around the corner boards. Benincasa has it behind the net, looking for a wraparound, unable to get anything open. Now he's held off the play. Hit up high, no penalty. Now a couple of Red Raiders down in the corner, so it'll create an opportunity for Menor the other way. Here they come. But they're going to lose the puck at first. Here's the shot. Secondary chance, but unable to find the back of the net is Becke. And Arth wraps it back around. Picked up at the point. Andre slapped down by Arth. It'll go behind the net. Picked up by Ersepke to the near side boards. Bumped off the play. Juan trying to fish it away and poke it out off the glass. And with the help of Arth, it creates a 2-on-1. Though his helper going off for a change. Here's Arth moving it into the slot. It's poked away. Good defensive work by the pairing of Menor Cardinals. 10 minutes, or under 10 minutes left to go in this third period. 0-0 the score on the period. And again, that's all that matters. Here comes Menor sliding in. Unable to take the shot this time is Becke. Aiden Salmon pressuring to get the puck outside of his zone. Lowell Rich going to get the job done, however. And here creates another 3-on-2 rush for Shaker. Centering it over. It's poked away by Dominic Trem on net. And back out comes the Shaker first forward line. And they need to get this line going right now. Even one goal would be huge right now. And Lenahan out there with Mayhew and Moore on the wings. Lenahan going to win this over to Moore. Mayhew unable to keep the puck on his stick, and Menor clears it right into their bench. So that's going to help out Shaker a little bit, as faceoff should be right back into the Menor zone. And indeed, it looks like it's going to be, says the referees. Cam Mayhew, Braden White on defense. Connor Mayhew, Joey Moore, the forward wings. Lenahan drops down to take the draw. Up against Dominic Trem. Lenahan wins it back. This shot from Braden White tipped. Here's Moore on the opportunity. Takes the shot. Good save by Ryan Wilkinson. Lenahan tries to center it over to Connor Mayhew. He's unable to pick it up, but White keeping it inside of the blue line. Takes the shot. It goes wide. Will this clear the zone? Indeed. Menor able to send this one up. Michael Better playing it aggressive and poking it away from the forward before he's able to skate back to the puck. Right now, it looks like Menor is going to go on a penalty kill as Connor Mayhew over to Moore. Moore unable to keep the puck with him as Valance touches up, and Shaker on the power play. Huge opportunity for Shaker right now to tack on a goal for the period. It's going to be A.J. Trobenner as well to the box. So big man to lose right now for Menor. And he's going to send out the forwards Juan with Lenahan, Mayhew, and Moore. Benincasa, the one defenseman, playing back at the point. He takes it off the face-off win. Here's Mayhew on a one-time chance. The stick breaks on the shot. Menner's stick actually broke on the shot. Benincasa has it back. Looking for the pass. There was a stick right in the lane, and this creates a breakaway 2-on-0. Joey Moore on the back check. Looks like he can get in there. Pass to center it, and great save by Michael Better. Great work by Joey Moore. And here comes Connor Mayhew out with Lenahan, but in the neutral zone, they turn it back over to Dominic Trem. Lenahan takes it back. Here's Moore running right into Lenahan, and he's going to hop off to the bench. Dominic Trem just going to kill some time back in the neutral zone. Less than 8 minutes to go. This one wrapped around the boards. Connor Mayhew going to pick it up on the near side. And immediately turned over. Connor Mayhew in specific playing a little bit slower today. Let's go, Shaker! And now Benincasa up the ice. Finds Axel Schneider, who almost turned it over, but he's still with it. Schneider to Moore. Moore takes the shot. Rebound is given up. Unable to sneak it through. Menner sends it down. 45 seconds to go on Tro Benner's penalty. Arth back behind the net in the trapezoid. Waiting for things to set up. Now he skates it out. Beginning a rush. He's still going to keep the puck on his stick. Creates a 3-on-2. And the shot whiffed on. But he's going to pick it back up behind the net of Ryan Wilkinson. He'll poke it free. Who's going to be first to the loose puck? It looks like Benincasa can get there. And he's got the puck on his stick in the near side corner. Trying to get it back up to the point. No, he gets it to Joey Moore back in the corner as he sends a man down to the ice. Getting it back to Moore. Moore to Mayhew, and it's in! He scores! Mayhew with the first goal for Shaker, and they take the lead on the period. It's 1-0. Huge goal for the Red Raiders. One more can really do some damage. Good stuff from Joey Moore and Mayhew, who were out there for the whole power play time, and they didn't really show any tire. My goodness. 6:40 to go in the third period. Shaker with the lead on this third period. And right now, the forward three going to be Ryan Lenahan, Lowell Rich, and Sebi Juan. Why is Lenahan not out there with the first other forwards? It's because Mayhew and Moore were out there for a long time on that power play. Here's Lowell Rich getting the puck back along the blue line, back to Lenahan. Lenahan trying to pass it over to Juan, not set up in front of the net. Lenahan somehow might be able to get this back, and indeed he will. Back to Juan. Juan struggling to keep the puck on his stick, and now he's pressured by three Cardinals to give it away, and the Cardinals bank it off the boards right back to Cam Mayhew, and now to the stick of Juan. Juan takes the shot from along the blue line. Now Menner hangs on and clears, or tries to clear it out of their zone. Eventually they're going to after a cross-ice feed. And now up to Valance. Valance takes the shot, hit right off of the skate of Cam Mayhew. Looks like it got more of the skate than it did the ankle. And so he seems to be perfectly okay with the blocked shot. 5:40 left to go. This shot goes wide. I believe it was tipped. Might have gotten a piece of the pad of Michael Better. This shot goes wide. Braden White picks it up. He's going to skate it up, pass it up to Lenahan. Lenahan looking for the shot. He tries to deke around a man, won't work out. White thrown off the play. And now it's going to be Valance all by his lonesome, sandwiched between two Red Raiders, and everyone takes a tumble down to the ice. And now Menner tripped up. No, they're still on the attack. 5 minutes left to go. This pass into the slot. It's thrown away by Benincasa. Lenahan somehow still out there with Aiden Salmon now as he pokes this up. Lenahan over to Moore. Moore unable to keep the puck with him. Pass up to Mackey. Over to Tro Benner. It's thrown away from Tro Benner as Colin Arth comes up fresh off the bench. Right now, Shaker once again with only 4 players out. Shaker still with only 4 players out. And eventually they send out Connor Mayhew. My goodness. And this one's going to be saved by Michael Better. Holy cow. They're playing with 4 players for 30 seconds.
Vaughn gets credit for that.
That's why it helps sometimes to say the names of all the players, because eventually you're going to catch that there's only 4 out there. My goodness, second time that's happened today. 4:20 left to go. Juan tries to clear it out, but it's kept in at the blue line. As Friel tries to move it forward. Here's a blast from the point. It's tipped and wide. As Orsepke tries to clear it away, and Menor can't keep it. Juan has a burst of speed. He's going to turn on the Jets. He's poked away from Juan, still with it. Tries to take a shot, but it's poked away. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Pass from Menor right back to Cam Mayhew as he goes cross ice. Braden White picks up the loose puck as he's the one man there. Here's the shot from the blue line. Shaker still in good contention for the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shakers winning the period 1-0, and that's what matters if they want to win the tournament. Here, a pass over to Cam Mayhew. Lenahan connects with Mayhew. Mayhew connects with the net, and Shaker tacks on the second and the third. Mayhew might be the savior of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament that the Red Raiders definitely needed, and Shaker now shortens the deficit on the game to 2. Big time third period, a clutch third period from the Raiders. The offensive 3 now going to be Rich, Moore, and Art. Mayhew really helping out these Red Raiders, and now we're going to see what Menor's going to decide to do strategically in these next couple of minutes. This one sent down the length of the ice. Menor might be content with this if it means they're going to be a runner-up. But we'll see. This one sent down the ice once more. My goodness. Now it seems like Shaker's going to take a timeout. 3:04 to go in the third period. My goodness, if they pull the net empty, I think we're all going to lose our marbles. I don't think they're going to. Shaker winning the third period. 2-0, losing the game 4-2. We're going to step aside for the timeout, but Shaker is in good position now to win the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll be right back. .304 remaining in the third period. Shaker just needs to hang on to the 2-goal lead of the third period. It has been a clutch third period, specifically goals coming from Connor Mayhew. He's back out there after the timeout. And right now, Shaker actually out there with 4 forwards. This one floated up, and Arth colliding with A.J. Trobenner, and Trobenner going to get called on a hand pass. Face-off will go back into the Menor zone. A bit surprised they're playing it with 4 forwards. Maybe they're still going to try and go for the tie. But again, that's not really what's going to matter. What matters is Shaker defending the 2-goal lead on the third. This pass goes past Benincasa. Better exits out of his crease, gets it up to Benincasa, and Shaker back on the attack. Here comes Moore. Moore takes the shot, and it's tipped, or I suppose it's saved by Ryan Wilkinson. Better unable to keep it in at the point. Here sets up a 2-on-1 for the Cardinals. Here they come, walking in. Great back check by Arth, but this one tipped off the post. They say it wasn't in. as it tipped off the underside of the post. My goodness, that was close. Good job, just a little less elevation, and it would be to a 2-1 period in a 5-2 game. Men are back with it. Off the boards, they get it over to Benincasa, who intercepts the pass between the blue lines. 2 minutes left to go. Better standing tall in his net. Here's Schneider kicking it back into his own possession, but now it's taken over. It's a 4-on-2 rush for the Cardinals. Let's see what they can do. Here's the shot. Here's the save by Michael Better. 1:49 left to go in the third period. Shakers looking all right now as they're hanging on to the third period and a 2-0 lead in the final frame. Ooh, my goodness. It has been a hectic past couple of hours for Shaker hockey. At first they were trying to do the math of how do we win this tournament. Then when they walked in, they were not doing what needed to be done, but they come back out for after the second intermission, and right now they're playing a different game. Shaker trying to clear it out from their zone. Benincasa tries to get it up to one of his teammates to get the job done. This pass just out of reach of Juan, but now he's going to get back there first to the near side boards in the attacking zone. Puck thrown off of him. Tries to get it back there. Good work by Rich. Tries to get it back up to Juan. Here's Axel Schneider taking the shot. It goes wide. Less than 80 seconds remaining in this third and final period. Again, it's not looking likely that Shaker's going to win the game, but doesn't matter to the tournament standings. Rich and Juan. And now out comes Lenahan, fresh off the bench. He's surrounded by 5 Cardinals. And eventually he's going to wrap it around the boards. Who's going to be the first man to pick it up? It's going to be a Cardinal defenseman. A minute left to go. Braden White wraps it around the boards, though it's really going to be held up behind the net of Ryan Wilkinson. And here it'll float up and into the slot. Cardinals hanging on back in their own zone. They're going to still try for those extra couple of goals in the period. Moving it forward. Good poke from Joey Moore. And now up comes Cam Mayhew, banks it off the boards. He was looking up to Lenahan. Lenahan intercepted by Tro Benner. 20 seconds to go in the third period. Shaker down 4-2 in the game, 2-0 on the period. Here's Lenahan looking for a goal for himself, and this one saved by Wilkinson. And it's poked out. They can get an odd man rush going, and indeed they're going to. But Moore once again. Man, if Moore was a defenseman, he would be great as well. But instead, he's a forward. Here creates a breakaway for the defenseman Cam Mayhew, who rips it at the buzzer. And Shaker takes away the third period, and they're all smiles. Even though they lost the game, they win the tournament. But my goodness, was it more chaotic than it needed to be. Till the last minute, Shaker kept it suspenseful. We're going to give you the stats in just a moment. Not sure if we're having an awards ceremony now or if they're just going to get the plaques when they head out. We will see. Connor Mayhew, I would assume, gets the MVP plaque, but that's not something for me to give out. That's just going to be purely on statistics. And it looks like both teams are going to take the blue lines for the trophy presentations. So we're going to step aside and let you hear the sounds of the celebrations of the stadium announcer. Please do enjoy. Keep tuning in, because afterwards we're going to hit you with the final stats of the game and tell you what's up moving forward. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We're going to send you down.
First of all, we'd like to say thank you to the players and coaches and parents for both teams for participating in the 2024 Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. As you know, this tournament factors in the points received in all 3 games. It's a complete body of work. The finishing runner-up this year, despite a nice win this afternoon, the Cardinals tormentor, Captain Great job, boys. You played wonderful this weekend. And now the winners of the 2024 Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. with 8.5 points. Sorry, with 9 points. Shaker Heights, congratulations. And finally, the winner of the Greg Shupe Player of the Tournament. For those of you who knew Greg, he was a 2011 graduate of Walsh, a 4-year contributor to the hockey team, and was voted team captain during the 2010-2011 season. On the ice, Greg was a consistently solid defenseman. The ultimate team player who always had his teammates' backs. He had a knack for stepping up in crucial parts of the games to swing momentum for his team. Off the ice, Greg was just as determined in the classroom, becoming a pre-med student at The Ohio State University. Coach described Greg as tough, consistent, great defensively, a team-first attitude, hard work in the classroom, and coachable. This year's Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament Player of the Tournament from Shaker Heights, number 14, Andy. Once again, thank you to the players, coaches, and parents from both schools. Thanks for participating in the tournament. Have a happy New Year and drive safely. Thank you.
And that is all here from the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Thank you very much for tuning in over the past 3 broadcasts. Shaker is going to finish 2-1 on the tournament. They didn't tie anybody. They won the first 2 games. Of course, they did lose overall this final game 4-2, but they won the third period 2-0, which brought them the victory on the tournament with the 3 standing points. And so Shaker, as you saw, got the player of the tournament to be Andy Benincasa with his great defensive efforts over these past couple of days. Number 14, the captain, able to continue that defensive effort into this game, saving a lot of opportunities that Menor got here today. But Shaker did come into that third period losing it 4-0, but they came out doing just phenomenal. They played like it was a new game in that third period, which is exactly what they needed to do. Now here are the final stats for the game. Shots attempted heavily favor Menor. Shots on goal also favor Menor. Shots attempted 58-37. Shots on goal 34-26 in the advantage of the Cardinals. Face-offs, Menor doubled up the Red Raiders, winning 66% of face-offs. They won it 36-18. On the power play, each team was able to score 1. Shaker went 1 for 3. Menor had 1 opportunity. They went 1 for 1. That's something to also keep in note, is that Shaker has limited the penalties over these past couple of games, and they're looking to continue that moving forward into the games after the new year. Now, Shaker will look forward to playing on January 3rd and January 5th against 2 GLHL rivals. We'll tell you more during those broadcasts, but thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum from the Brunswick Automart Arena. Shaker winning the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament after a very hectic final. They do lose the game 4-2, but it doesn't matter because they take home their first tournament in several years. Thanks for joining. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll see you. Have a happy new year.